Here is the Blossom Whisper. Thank you, Katie, for the Harmony. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Tiny Melody collection. This is so pretty and colorful. And here is the Bling and the Bling. Hello, Maggie. Good evening. If you're new here, ladies, make sure you click the follow so that you won't get lost in the future. And you can also, guys, 1 ounce in here. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Right. This one is also a glow-in-the-dark collection too. 1 ounce. Here is the Bling and the Bling. How are you doing today, Brandy? Thank you so much for tapping the likes, ladies. Here is the Bling and the Bling. That's first 2 ounces in here. And the second 2 ounces. Hi, Elisa. Welcome. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Another 2 ounces. 2 ounces of this collection. A refreshing green and yellow mix with those highlight charms and spacers. Here is brushing collection. 2 ounces. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Thank you so much for tapping the likes, and thank you for the follow, new friends. Amazing collections. Here is the Dynamite collection with those cute little Rories. I really love this yellow one, the yellow and the green one. They're the bestie, 2 besties here. Okay, so that's gonna be for 2 ounces here. Okay, perfect. Hi, PJ, welcome. Here is the Bling and the Bling. For 2 ounces too. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Tiny Starry Night. Here's 4 ounces of this collection. And here is the Bling and the Bling. First 2 ounces. Here is the second 2 ounces in here. Here is the Bling and the Bling. For 2 ounces. Any charms for the trinket pouches? Oh, I see. If you're looking for the collection, I would say the collection that's called Fairy's Trinket is actually a great one. For 2 ounces. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Thank you so much for the follow, new friends. Welcome to the big family. Here is the Bling and the Bling. First 2 ounces. Here is another 2 ounces in there. Here is the Bling and the Bling. And do you have any specific pieces you like, honey? If you do, just feel free to let me know. So pretty. Just reminds me of those like rave party, the carnivals. So here it comes. 2 ounces with the Bling and the Bling. 2 ounces in here with the butterfly and also bear charms. Here is the Bling and the Bling. This is really a nice pick, Darlene. How was your day, honey? Here is the Bling and the Bling. Together with the girlies. Here is the Spring Forest collection. 1 ounce. Ah, yes. Look at this. Cute little birdie charms. Here is the Bling and the Bling. Glow in the Dark Ocean Theme Mix. That's 1 ounce. Here is Allie's Spoil. That's the Bling and the Bling collection. Minty Green. For 1 ounce. Here is the Bling and the Bling. A glow-in-the-dark collection. Fancy red and gold collection in here. Here is the Bling and the Bling. So let me get you those highlight charms. Lotus. Here's the dangly one. Jangly Lotus. 1 ounce. Here is the Bling and the Bling. I think for this collection, we got the last 1 ounce left in here. Actually, the bling in a fling is actually bigger. I mean, like more than before, even for those ones in the box in there. Here is the bling in a fling, our collection. Also for 1 ounce. Here is the bling in a fling. Yum. A yummy collection. Oh, yes, lucky girl. Got 2 of the ice cream. So it's definitely going to be perfect for earrings making house. Or want to have a quick tour, just feel free to let me know. You can find them off from the yellow shopping cart from Light Packing tonight. Here is the bling in the fling.